One person takes care of all the organizations for the after-school activities for, like, there's, what do you say, 15 districts? I still feel that that's the way it should go. I feel that there's too many hands in the pot and not enough to be able to organize all that activities for the children to keep them safe. I still don't see it that way.
Some of the suggestions, things like emergency kits at the schools, what did you think of some of those things?
The emergency kits?
Yeah, having them at schools as sort of a last case scenario for staying overnight.
Oh, if they had an emergency? Oh, well, they could have done that because I was talking to Mrs. Ramsey and that was one of the things I had mentioned to her before, because they have gym mats on the floor. They could have used gym mats that night if they didn't have any place to stay. But her reply to me was, we have money for motels.
Do you think it's a good idea to have all schools on board with something like that?
Oh, definitely. They all should have be the same. Not everybody following a different, every district following a different policy or procedure. They should all be on the same level on this. It's very important.
Anna, can I ask you what you thought of Mr. McLaughlin's testimony?
Well, it shows to me that there is no uniformity of how they are going to abide the guidelines or policies, and to me there is no guarantee that the new policy is going to be followed. To me, it has to be a law, because a law is more. You have to look at it more carefully than just a policy, because we had those policies before we had an act and nothing was followed. So by means, there is no guarantee that all this protocol that we heard today is going to be followed.
I know one of the things that is on your list of recommendations is to have Class 2 drivers, school buses for everything. And we heard Mr. McLaughlin say that that would be impossible. What did you think of that?
I think that's terrible, because he's not putting the safety of the children first. And by the testimony that we have before by one of the drivers, that he went and took his driver's Class 4, is not enough to drive the multifunctional buses. I think if we are thinking of children's safety first, we should have the Class 2 drivers, which already have their, like they are on a call basis. They can just have those, and like he was saying, that they don't have to pay when they don't have to use the yellow buses, so they already have multifunctional buses. So to me, I think he should start using the Class 2 drivers
on those
multifunctional buses.
Because bus drivers, because they have those multifunctional buses, bus drivers charge about $18 an hour for a 10-hour day with $180. Still cheaper than not cheaper, but safer for the children to pay that $180 to keep our children safe and not use Class 4 drivers.
And it's just one proof, like what happened in the accident not too long ago. I guess it was on the weekend. What saved the children driving? It was a bus, Class 2 driver's bus, a bus that drives. Driver that does that for a living, that drives for a living. So when are we going to understand?
It seems like he was talking about all of the changes that have been made since the accident. Are you happy to hear that these things are being talked about now?
Well, really they are not much different from what it was before. It's just a reworded protocol that they have, and really it's nothing in place, like just mandatory tires. They are recommended now, and they have, yes, they have winter tires now. At least we can give that they are using winter tires, but nothing major. Like we need a main office which has to organize all the activities. I guess that should be the #1 rule that they have to follow, because too many people say, no, this is not my job. It's the activity organizer for soccer. Well, it's the soccer coach. So where is it? We need somebody that is in charge.
And with the weather protocol that they were thinking of developing, they said they wanted input from some of the parents. Is that something that you've spoken to them about?
As far as I know, they said that's one of my questions that I asked the council to ask. Like if they want our input, they should sit with the parents and ask individually, what do you want? Any changes that you want? What do you want about the weather? But no, we were not given a chance. Yes, they sent emails saying that it was going to be a meeting with another superintendent, which is the one that happens that she is too busy to do her duties, that she'll delegate her responsibilities to some other people. They just play like ABCs, like kids, like come on, to me that's disrespectful. If they want our input, sit with us and talk to us and let us give our point of view.
Do you see any positive benefits with the changes that they've made? Is there any optimism there about the changes they've made?
Well, changes could be, they're great. That's what we want, changes. But the question is, are they going to follow through? That's my question.
That's why we want a Vain Angels law, to make sure that they follow it. Because policies, again, could be interpreted by other employees of the school. And if we have a Vain Angels, we want a Vain Angels law with our boys. And we want it all implemented there for every school to follow in the province of New Brunswick.
So even further, like a step above a policy?
More than the policy and the guidelines, definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.